You are wild today, for sure, for sure. But I'm so glad that you are here. So glad to see you. This is so fun. So exciting that we're getting to have assemblies again and gathering all together. We've been practicing second grade, had an amazing music program this week. Third grade is coming up. Y'all have been doing so many exciting things that when I found out that I could have this opportunity, I could not say no. Because my friend and the very famous father of one of my first graders is here today. He is so fancy and so special. He has written 4 books. Yeah. Oh yeah. He is an Amazon best-selling author. He has a podcast that is way cool called Live, Learn, Lead. He goes all around the nation and speaks to schools and to churches and to businesses and to just huge groups of people. And so he is serving us today by coming here to speak to 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, because I know that you know great audience manners, that you can participate when he wants you to participate, that you can volunteer when he needs some volunteers. You can raise your hand up high and he can call on you, because he is going to call on a lot of volunteers. But this is such an awesome opportunity for you. So I want to introduce to you the amazing, the wonderful, the superstar, one and only Mr. Chaz Jackson. Mr. Jackson.
You say like me, drug-free? 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 All right, make some noise for me. Make it make some noise for me, guys. Hey, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here with each and every one of you. Can I just say how proud I am of you guys going through Red Ribbon Week? How excited I am that you guys participated. Who all participated this week with some of the different ideas? What was your favorite day? Remember one at a time. What you got here? What was your favorite day? Yeah, like was it Tacky Day, Pajama Day? Okay, great day. Okay. The days of your favorite day, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Another one right here. What was your favorite day?
Decades Day.
Decades Day? All right. What did you do? 70s, 60s? Nice. I'm supposed to, baby. So go ahead, guys. Put your hands back down, and we'll do more interaction as we keep going through. Again, so excited, proud of you guys, and I want each and every one of you to know this, that I truly appreciate this educational staff for allowing me to be here. Principal Ms. Condit, Coach Mendoza, and the rest of the educational staff here at Westpark that have allowed this to happen. Can we make some noise for them real quick? Can you clap it up for me, please? And here's the thing, guys. So three things. Remember this is what I want you guys to pay attention to. So when I put my fist up like this, I need everybody to be quiet. All right? Everybody to calm down for me. If you agree with that, say, yep, Chaz. Yes. All right. So you guys so I have 3 things. I want this to be really interactive, guys. You guys are going to discover that I'm really passionate about what I do. And as this content shared with you guys earlier, my daughter Zuri goes to this school. So, anyone know Zuri?
No.
She's in the first grade. She's in the first grade, and she made this for me. She said, Dad, you make sure you wear this when you come and speak. All right, so if you see her, you say, your dad kept his promise and wore it, okay? Do I have you guys approval with that? Can you swear somebody? All right, so you let her know that I wore it. All right? So number one, so I want it to be interactive. I want to talk to you guys. I want you guys to have fun with me. All right, number two, I want this to be us to be in the moment. I want us to be in this moment. I want you guys' attention. I'm going to give you guys my attention, okay, for just a few minutes that we have together. So let's enjoy this moment together, all right? And number three, you cannot forget number three, okay? Number three is bless you. Number three, that is not what number three is, by the way. It wasn't bless you. But number three is, I want each and every one of you, my goal is for you to take one thing that I share with you guys today. One thing that you will be able to take outside of this gym and apply to help you be a better person and to help other people be better people, okay? If you agree with me, you're able to do those three things with me, say, let's go, Chaz! All right, guys, I want you guys to tell me, what is this little screen there? All right, be quiet, I'm calling somebody. My guy back here in the champion shirt, what is that? A puzzle, yes, it's a puzzle piece. A puzzle piece, right? And normally there's multiple ones. So I have this puzzle piece up there because whenever I was younger, I felt like a single puzzle piece. I just felt isolated at one point in my life, where I kind of felt alone, guys. You know, I didn't truly feel like I had a complete board of other puzzle pieces. And part of it started with this. Raise your hand if you are a daredevil. Anyone here a daredevil? Someone that, you know, if you're out on the playground and you are in the swings, like you would jump out of the swings. Somebody that likes to climb trees. Believe it or not, about a couple years ago, I actually went skydiving. Anyone here want to go skydiving? Yeah, I did that. So I've done a lot of these things growing up now. A lot of them. Calm down. Good stuff. I want to share something. Can I share a story with you guys? So I was a daredevil. And I was dared by kids in my neighborhood to get on a white scooter. Anyone in here ever rode a scooter before? A little two-wheel scooter? To go at the top of a hill, ride down this hill, and jump off the right-hand side of the hill and land perfectly on the ground. Who here believe that I landed or crashed? Yell out some stuff for me. Who believes that I crashed? I heard some crashes, I heard some landed. The fist is up. Calm back down for me. Before I answer that question, keep in mind what your answer is. I dealt with something, guys. I dealt with wanting to have people's attention at a young age. Because there was another point in my life where I felt that I didn't get enough attention. That people around me didn't consistently care about Chaz. That was something that I was dealing with. And when I look back, all right, guys, fists up, calm down. Whenever I was dealing with wanting to seek more attention, it was because some stuff was going on inside of Chaz. Some negative emotion that was going on. When I grew up, lock in for me, guys. When I grew up, my parents wasn't married. I remember having a stepmom and a stepdad. I primarily stayed with my mom and my stepdad, but I didn't truly feel welcome in that home because my stepdad used to say mean things to me. I remember going to my dad's house with my stepmom and not really feeling, we'll save the questions for a minute, I'm gonna answer your question. I remember going there and not feeling welcome because my stepmom, she never came out of her room to speak to me. We're talking about drug-free looks like me. My mom, she struggled with making good decisions. And she struggled with drugs. She had struggled so much at the age of 7, I had to go stay with my grandmother because she couldn't take care of me anymore. And listen up for me, guys. Fist up. Listen. When the fist goes up, we quiet down for a moment. Whenever she couldn't take care of me anymore, I had to go stay with my grandma. And my grandfather, he didn't really want me there. So as a young kid, I would be going back and forth to these households and not truly feel cared for and valued and loved. And I didn't quite understand why that was going on, so I just kind of stuffed stuff down in. I never really shared. Do any of you guys know anyone that you know some stuff's going on but they don't really talk about it?
Schmideza? Meet Bradley Rowe for an early dismissal. Thank you.
Bye. But guys, quiet back down for me. A lot of hands went up right there. And there was some stuff that was going on where, going back to this scene of me being on this scooter, I did a lot of things so people would like me. And it was like, who thought I crashed? Raise your hand. Anyone thought that I landed perfectly, smooth sailing? Okay, about 50-50. Okay. Well, the people who guessed that I crashed, you are correct. I crashed. You know why? Because whenever I did that stunt, I did not know about gravity. And when I was up in the air on the scooter, guys, imagine me being on this white scooter, 5-6 years old. I remember tilting forward and I landed on my face. Can you guys see the scar on my forehead? This was part of the result of it. My head been split open, head was open. I ain't got glass in my left eye. Hands down. We'll say those questions for later, guys. Lock in. And that created some more turmoil for me. Because when I went to school, guys, no, I didn't die. I ain't here, baby. But hey, this is what happened, guys. And this is going back to that puzzle piece. It's going back to the puzzle piece. Lock in for me. This is going back to the puzzle piece. I began to get picked on at school too, and get looked at differently and called names. So a lot of that emotion that I didn't know how to deal with, being sad, frustrated, depressed, because of things that was going on at home and at school, I began to act out. I didn't make the best grades. I got kicked off the bus for fighting. I got kicked out of school for fighting, ISS. I got in trouble with the law. In school suspension. I don't know if I gotta do that. Am I too old? Yes, but it's pretty much like you're suspended, but you can't go to class. So that's what happened. Yeah, but you're in school. But fist is up. But here's the thing, guys. I was acting out because I had some negative emotions inside of me that I didn't share. And I started doing some things with messing with drugs and alcohol at an early age. And just because I had a lot of negative stuff going on. And here's the thing, guys. I want you guys to say this with me. It's okay to not be okay. One more time, it's okay to not be okay. Here's the reason I say this. It's okay not to be okay because we have to find healthy ways to deal with our negative emotions. Because if you heard part of my story, what I shared, I had some things, some sadness, some anger, frustration, some loneliness. I felt abandoned at times in my life. I felt that, it was hard for me to look in the mirror because I didn't like what I saw with the scar. And I didn't have anyone really to talk to about it. But it wasn't until there was a coach, Coach Crosby. He helped me and installed hope into me at a young age. And I began to trust him. And whenever I began to trust him, I was able to kind of open up and share some of these negative emotions. And here's the thing. Whenever we begin to share and have conversations with people, like in this school, like Ms. Stoll, right? You know, the counselor, Ms. Condit, Coach Mendoza, when we begin to share with people, because here's the thing, even though I was going through that stuff when I was young, I still go through it now as an adult, right? Your teachers, your parents, your coaches, we all have negative emotions that we have to work out. And we have to find healthy ways to have these conversations. And that's one of the things that I had to take a leap of faith. I had to trust my coach to share some things that was going on with me at home and with me in school, because I was making bad decisions without sharing. And with me saying that, I would love to have a volunteer. Who will be a volunteer? Who can be a volunteer? I see the lady back here in the blue. Yeah, come on up here. Can you guys give her a round of applause? Tell me your name. I like Ernie, by the way. Peppers? That's neat. Charlie? Say, hey, Charlie! All right, Charlie, go. This is the trust game, guys. Say, ooh. All right. So, Miss Charlie and everyone else. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour some water in this cup. All right, Miss Charlotte, and what I want you to do is I want you to look up, and before I have you do that, what I'm going to do, whenever you look up, I am going to pour. I'm going to take this cup over, okay? Who think that she's going to get wet? Who think? Go ahead and calm down. Do you trust me? Do you trust me that you're going to get wet? Yes. She trusts me, guys. And this is one of the things that I had to trust some of my negative emotions with my coach, right? So she says she trusts me. All right? Do you guys trust me that she's not going to get wet? All right, I want you guys to start clapping for me, all right? You clap? This is not what you do. All right, Charlie, you ready? Close your eyes. All right, give her a hand, Sometimes when we have to make a decision to share some things that's going on, we have to trust, right? It's scary, right? Charlotte, she was a little scared sitting there. She's like, oh my God, I could potentially get wet right now, right? I could potentially get soaked and I ain't bringing a change of clothes, right? But she trusted me. And a lot of times we have to do that with someone, as far as our teachers, right? Our coaches, one of our good friends, someone that we can share with and be relatable with. That's the whole idea behind it, guys. Finding someone that you like and trust. All right, Ms. Mendoza. Can you give us some music real quick? All right. So I want you guys to raise your hands, stay quiet for me for a minute. We're going to have a dance. Who's my dancers? Who's confident? Who's confident? I need Everybody say, hey, Ellie. What's your name? Say, hey, Manny. What's your name again?
Zakar.
Say, hey, Zakar. All right, what's your name?
Hayden.
Say, hey, Kaden. Say, what up, Oliver? What's your name? Hey, DJ. All right, what's your name?
Tristan.
Hey, what's up, Tristan? Name? Say, Ricardo, what's up? All right, so these guys are on teams, okay? You guys go ahead and stand up and chill for me real quick. Stand up for me for a second. As the music's playing, okay? I want you to be clapping, and I want you to pay attention to these guys' dancing because you are the judges, okay? So this is just listen a little bit louder. All right. Let's see those moves, guys. Come on, BJ. Come on, Millie. If you think that they did the best and you saw them, go ahead and start clapping. What about over here, Group B, Group B? Let's do that one more time, Group A. What about Group B? Oh, that's a tough one, that's a tough one, that's a tough one. I think we got a time. You got a time? One more time. Group A, Group A. All right, Group B. Group B got a bubble, guys. Go back to down. Remember the fish line. The fish. Come back down for me. Come back down. Come back down, guys. Come back down. And you know what? I actually seen the floss happen out there. So that was killing the floss. And this is gonna be the next. What is this up here? Law. So I want you guys to remember that picture and think about it. Okay? I want to share. Can I share another story with you guys? So I remember going to the dentist, right? Going to the dentist. Anybody been to the dentist? Raise your hand. You don't have to try to raise your hand right there. All right, back down. Fix up. Guys, come up. I remember going to the dentist, and I was asked this question that changed my whole perspective about flossing. She asked me. She said, "Do you floss?" And I said, every once in a while. And then she told me this, guys. She said, did you know, and I wonder if you guys know this, do you know that just brushing your teeth, you're only cleaning your mouth at a percentage of 45%. So over 55% of your mouth is left unclean if you do not floss. Who in there floss? Y'all floss? Not the dance anymore, not the dance. Come back down. Just on the hands only. Hands only. We got the fist up, guys. We got the fist. Hands only. But the thing about it, what she went into detail said, if you do not floss, you set yourself up for tooth decay. So when you don't floss, you have a higher risk of losing your teeth a lot sooner than what you would like. So that changed my whole perspective. I was like, man, I need to floss, so I'm happy to say I floss now on a daily basis, right? I would encourage you guys to floss like that as well. But I want to use that percentage when we're talking about life. So whenever you're in school, what we see of each other, what you're seeing of me is only about 45%. Come down right here in front. You only see about 45% of me in public, right? But the other part of it is the 55% in your private life, the things that you do when you're at home alone. The things you do if you're sitting in class and the teacher walks out, what are you doing? Are you still doing the same things that you was doing when she was in class? Or if you was at practice, I have any athletes, you don't have to talk, just raise your hand. I played football, guys. And when I think soccer? Alright guys, come back down for me. Come back down for me, fist up. When the fist is up, you guys come back down. So I love it. You guys are some athletes in here. I'm all athletes as well. Football, basketball, and track. Those are my 3 favorite sports. And I remember being at practice, and when coach was watching us, everybody was doing it right. But as soon as coach turned his back and went into another room or walked off the field, everybody, some people, not everybody, but some started to act up. And I ask you, are you one of those people that when no one's watching, you're making bad choices? Because just like the flossing, a lot of times we think people don't see us, right? We think people are not paying attention, but it does affect our character and what we're representing. Because you might not get caught today. You might not even get caught this weekend or a month or a year from now, but if you keep doing some of those bad things that not lining up with how you're presenting yourself in public, you will find yourself in a bad position. And that's some of the things that I did at one point. And I ask you, what, or decide what I stand for. So what do you stand for? What do you stand for? Raise your hand, no talking. I'm going to call on some people. What do you stand for? Yes.
I stand for paying attention in class and running a lot.
Nice. Can you give a round of applause? Paying attention in class and running. I love track, cross country. Nice. What do you got? What do you stand for? Soccer and math. We got a math guy here. Good with numbers. Can you clap it up? Clap it up for him. What do you stand for? Family and friends, that is so important. Clap it up for it. Can you guys give a round of applause? Make some noise about that. That is a really good thing to stand for. What do we got? Yes.
I stand for Fortnite and math and my family.
Fortnite. Come back down for me. We'll do one more. Right here. What do you got? What do you stand for? Yes. Singing and math. That's good stuff. Can you make a round of applause for it, please? Guys, go ahead and calm back down. Calm back down for a second here. So it was really good answers, some good things that was shared there. And whenever you begin to work towards standing for something, right? One of the biggest things is what I want you guys to do is to think about your attention, right? So I heard you guys took a direction test recently. Who gave a direction test? Hold on. One person right there. Who gave the direction test? Miss Stella. Yes. And why? But raise your hand. Who passed that test? I see a lot more hands than what I heard. Just raise hands.
No one passed it. Nobody fought.
Go ahead and come back down for me. Just only hands, only hands. Calm down, calm down. Got the fist up, guys. Got the fist up. So a lot of it was questions like, go ahead and jump up and down, do some abnormal things. Y'all remember those questions? But at the bottom, what it was is to kind of sit and be quiet. Do you remember the outcome of it? And a lot of times, if we can just focus, get real clear and focus and get consistent on paying attention and reading and really invest in that time, it can save us a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of frustration. Right? Who agrees with that? If we can just lock in and just read everything, right? Because a lot of times we get caught up in doing what we want to do right then and there, but only if we do what we have to do. Pay attention. Pay attention, listen, right? Get in the good habits of making the right decisions. If we do what we have to do in this stage of our life, we'll be able to do what we want to do later on, right? So keep that in mind when you're thinking about what do you stand for, right? And I want each and every one of you guys to tell me what this is up here. Target. So what are the ways that we can get really clear on how we're going to approach our grades when we come to school, how we're going to approach our athletics, being a part of it? Save your questions for me, guys. I'm going to come back to you. We're going to have time for questions in a moment. While we're thinking about it, for me and what works for me is whenever I write things down. When I write things down. And maybe that can be, you remember, out of those 3 ideals that you can take from this talk, is really writing things down. Because when I'm able to see stuff, sometimes I even put it on my mirror at home. I know a lot of people say they brush their teeth, right? You brush your teeth? Yeah? So imagine how much effective it would be if you wrote things down, put it on the mirror, things that you have to do for school, do at church, or in the community for practice, some of the goals that you may have, right? Writing those things down is really key. Because you guys do goal tracking here too, right? Y'all have goal tracking? Yeah? Share some of that with me. Don't talk out loud, but raise some hands. Who found benefit out of that? Who can share about goal tracking? What do you got there? Beautiful, beautiful. That's good stuff there. That's good stuff. What you got? You stay got. Do you write things down? Oh, so we have to have a reminder. And I want to call you up here to be a volunteer for me. So come up here for me. Come up here for me. It's okay with you, big guy. What's your name? Noah. Say, hey, Noah. All right. Who raised their hand earlier and said that they play basketball? Anybody play basketball? Right there in the back over here with the red long sleeve red shirt. Come over here. So what's your name?
Paige.
Say, what's up, Paige? Can you give them both a round of applause real quick? All right, Ms. Paige, so what I want you to do for me, and know, right? All right, so what I want you to do here, and again, everybody, be quiet during this demonstration, okay? This is up. I want you to hold this for me, Ms. Paige. This is going to be our hoop. We're about to play basketball, okay? You're going to get my ball here. All right. So what I want you to do is you're going to face the goal. All right. Hit the backboard. You got to be hard for a minute. He has to concentrate, guys. He has to concentrate. All right. So what I want you to do, you guys, I want you to just shoot it in the hoop for me. Nice! See how I count you a round of applause? So let's talk about this for a minute. So he was able to hit his target because he was what? Able to? He was able to see it. What do you think if he was not able to hit it? Because he was not able to see it. What do you guys think about that? So I want to give us a shot, okay? Can I put this on you, go? All right, hold on. So can you see?
He's not gonna hit it.
There we go. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome listeners. Can you see it? All right. So, kind of step up here for me. And again, quiet guys. All right, big guys. So I want you to shoot it for me. So he missed it. But why do you guys think he missed it? I know we moved him, but what else? What do you think? Right here. Yes, exactly. He was not able to see it. Thank you guys so much. Can you give him another round of applause? Can you guys go back and sit for me? But that whole demonstration there wasn't to fool him. It was just for one purpose there. You know, he was able to be more clear about what his goals were, using examples of our grace, right? Using an example of our character, the person that we want to stand for. Using the example of, really tackling those positive and negative emotions, not forgetting about those, and understanding that having a healthy dosage of communicating, being able to see what we're going after, and identifying with it, and having a vision for our life is very important. And that really changed my life. I think I mentioned to each and every one of you at one point that, I did not truly care about myself. I did not. I didn't truly love myself. I didn't like what I seen in the mirror. But you know what? When I began to trust and I began to work on myself, understand what it is I'm standing for, I began to love myself more. Because it took me dealing with some of the emotional baggage that was going on inside of me. And it took me to really make goals for myself. Good and concrete goals to understand and better myself. And it helped me get to where I am right now, making those goals, right? To be more clear, to be more focused, and to be more consistent on going after all the things that I've been put on this planet to do. And one of them is I'm passionate about sharing with each and every one of you guys, and sharing with you about some of the mistakes that I've made, and that in hopes that you will listen to me and take something so that you don't have to make some of the same mistakes that I made. Because we all can grow, no one's perfect, right? But we have to stick together. And this is a family right here. Each and every one of you are each other's family, right? And it brings me to this. What is this? Birthday candles. Birthday candles, right? Those are birthday candles. you can give it a shot, man. Going out. But the reason I'm showing these candles is each and every one of you are candles. I believe that. You are candles. And all right, guys, stay locked in. We're gonna have Q&A here in a moment. But each and every one of you are candles, guys, and you have the ability to light yourself, right, by building your knowledge. And you have the ability to light another person. because there are candles. If someone's down, right? Someone's down, and their candle is blowing out. If you are lit properly, and you stand for the right things, and you work on yourself, and your flame is lit, you'll be able to help someone else, right? And that's what it's all about, because here's the thing, guys. The quickest way to receive a miracle is to become one for someone else. So each and every one of you are miracles, you're amazing individuals, and you are destined with your stories and who you are to be a miracle to someone else at this school right now. Because each and every one of you are drug-free, and you look like me, just like me. And I love each and every one of you. I want each and every one of you to live, learn, and lead powerfully. And I thank you for your time and your patience being here, okay? All right. Did any of you have any questions?
No, we don't have any questions.
Right here. Yes. No, it was you, my man. What you got? I think we got time for a couple questions, right? Those will be good. Right here. Yep. What did you say we got? Do I play for? I have played Fortnite before. Yeah. What do you got? Right here. Yes.
When you would do that as you were little, that would.
Am I related to Michael Jackson? You know what? I wish I was. That'd be a beautiful thing. Maybe we are somewhere down the tree. It'd be pretty cool. I can somewhat moonwalk like him, but over in the far corner. Yes. Get an autograph? Of course, man. Of course. You have a question? Live, learn, and lead powerfully. So it's a team leadership guide. So that's one of my books. Yes, yeah. That is one of my books. I can't hear you. What did you say? You know what? When it first happened, like I had so much adrenaline going that I really didn't feel anything. I remember standing up. Guys, be quiet for a second. Let me answer this young lady's question. I remember standing up, and my friends that were standing around me after I landed and hit, they all just ran away. And they didn't say anything to me. They just looked at me and ran. And I was like, whoa, why did they run? But it wasn't until I went into the house, and my stepdad was there, standing in the living room, and he rushed over really fast. He grabbed my forehead and he held it together. Because if he didn't do that, I was going to bleed to death. And at that moment, it did start to hurt. Yes, because I realized that I really did something bad. And I hurt myself. All right, guys, you guys got to get ready to get out of here. Thank you so much for your time, your effort, your patience. You guys have been amazing.